Hi gamers, welcome to my channel, and this time I'm going to give my opinion about games that really need a remake. This obvious is my personal opinion, because I love these games very much. So let's start. Resident Evil Code Veronica. I love the Resident Evil franchise, and Code Veronica is probably my favorite one, along with the original and remake of Resident Evil 2. This was the first Resident Evil that I played and finished, and I love the game atmosphere. Code Veronica used real-time backgrounds, and the camera angles were improved from the pre-rendered backgrounds of the previous games in the series. The use of music and sound is perfect, with many scary moments. The story about Alfred and Alexia is also great. The controls are a little outdated, but we get used to them. This game, with the graphics and controls of the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, would be excellent and would be a first day buy for me, no doubt. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Like I said in some of my previous videos, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is by far my favorite game. I finish this game every year in my birthday, and I do that for almost 20 years. I have the original game and the 3DS version. I have no words to describe the feeling I had the first time I stepped in the Hyrule field and I saw that huge world. This was one of the first Nintendo 3D games, but contrary to Super Mario 64 for example, the camera work is flawless. Nintendo was able to take the elements of the older 2D Zelda games and translate it to 3D perfectly. The temples and the bosses are still my favorites in any Zelda game. And after almost 25 years of the original release, this is still the highest rated game of all time. So I don't know why Nintendo still didn't remake this game. Dino Crisis. Another Capcom game in this list. Dino Crisis is a Resident Evil with dinosaurs, but the game have its own charm. The game have cool puzzles. We need both a code disc and an input disc to unlock the doors. There are also force fields of red beams through the complex that blocks our way, and we need to avoid or deactivate them. The inventory is almost identical of the Resident Evil series and includes key items, weapons, ammo and medical supplies. I also like our characters very much, and the game is very intense. The dinosaurs are faster and more scarier, larger, stronger and violent than the zombies. And the sad part is that not only Capcom didn't remake this game, but also didn't do a game from this franchise for almost 20 years. Eternal Darkness, another game similar to Resident Evil, that we fight monsters and solve puzzles. In the years since Eternal Darkness released, it was regarded as one of the greatest games of all time, as well as one of the best horror games ever made. We play the game in the third-person perspective, and the gameplay is similar to Resident Evil. We must fight monsters, resolve puzzles, and we must explore every location to find items to proceed in the game. The combat focuses on the simple targeting system. We can attack in any direction or lock on an enemy to focus on individual parts of the body. There are many classes of enemies that we must defeat or avoid. All classes are very different. What makes this game different from Resident Evil and Dino Crisis is that we can also use magic to damage opponents, protect ourselves, to recover some health and also to solve some puzzles. We play with 12 different characters, and we have many different endings. Eternal Darkness was very well received by critics and won many awards, but unfortunately it was a commercial failure, and a sequel was cancelled by Nintendo. Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is a RPG released in 1995, developed and published by Square, and it was originally released for the Super NES. The game is still for many the best RPG ever made, and one of the character designers was Akira Toriyama, that was the creator of the Dragon Ball series. When it was released, the game was revolutionary because of the multiple endings, side quests, character development, unique battle system, and detailed graphics. The story is also one of the best ever made in any RPG, and the characters made by Akira Toriyama are great. Chrono Trigger gameplay is different from the traditional Japanese RPGs. We don't have random encounters. We can see the enemies in the screen, and the contact with the enemies initiates the battle. That happens directly on the map and not in the battle screen like Final Fantasy. The game was a critical and commercial success upon release, and is not only possible the best RPG ever made, but also one of the best games ever. It was also released for the first PlayStation in 1999, in 2008 for the Nintendo DS, and later for the Nintendo Wii and PC. But to this day, sadly, despite all the rumors, there isn't announcement of the remake. So that's it, gamers. That's the games that I love to see a remake in the modern consoles. Like always, I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care!